anti-defection, how the evolution happened in the anti-defection, what is the ground for defection, what is the constitutional provision, what are the exceptional cases, wherever this anti-defection law applicable, who is the independent members, then who is the deciding authority for defection. Hi everyone, I am Indumati Karthikeyan from Inkar IAS Academy. Today we are going to see about anti-defection law. For a very long time, the Indian political system was impacted by political defection by the member of the legislature. This situation brought about greater instability and chaos in the political system. That's why we are brought anti-defection law in the year of 1985. What is anti-defection? Anti-defection is nothing but the political party member jumping from one party to another party after getting elected. This is called defection. That's why it's creating instability in the political system. In our political system, there were a lot of defections. Recently, Manipur also the one of the cases happened. Not only Manipur, Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh, Arunachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, everywhere it's happened. Okay, because the defection is considered as a insult of the democracy, because people have voted for a person by looking at the party, but they are going to jump from one party to another party. So it makes the political instability. So in 52nd amendment in the 10th schedule, actually wherever this anti-defection law applicable in Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, in state legislative assemblies as well as state legislative councils. Actually, in a parliament or a state legislature, there are three categories of members. One is political party, second one is the independent members, the third one is nominated members. These three members can be disqualified under the ground of defections. Actually, for political parties, what is the ground for defection? Let's see. If the member after getting elected the one party and voluntarily resigns to the political party and join to some other party, it comes under defection. Second ground for defection is the member vote against to the whip issued by the concerned political party. That is, the member voted against the party. Okay. The third one is the member abstains against the direction issued by the concerned political party without permission from the party. So these three mainly happen in the political arena. So these three grounds are considered as a disqualification of a political member. In this disqualification, some exceptions are there. What are the exceptional cases? Actually, we consider the split of party. What is the split? Split means if the party, the minimum 1/3 member or get separated and join in some other party or form a new party, that is called split of the party. But in this case, if the party split and can form a new party, it's not comes under defection. But the party splitted group cannot join any political party. If it's happened means it's under disqualification. Okay, so this is the exceptional case for disqualification. Another case is if the 2/3 member of a political party forms a separate groups and joining another political party is called merger. That is 2/3 member. Okay, not a whole members. It's a 2/3 member can separate the party and joining in another political party. Okay, it's a merger ground. Okay, if a member after being elected as a presiding officer, then the house voluntarily gives up the membership of the party, he can rejoin after he chooses to hold that office. It's not comes under disqualification of anti-defection. Now let us look about the independent members. Who is the independent members? The independent member is got elected by his own personal image. So if we elected for its personal image, then he is not going to join any party. If he is going to join any party, it comes under disqualification. Independent member, this is the ground. Another one is nominated. In our political system, Parliament has nominates two members for Lok Sabha, that is from Anglo-Indian community. Another for Rajya Sabha, the President nominates 12 members. They are well versed in special knowledge of practice, science, social science, etc. In case of state government, the governor nominates one member who is belong to Anglo-Indian community. For state legislative council, the governor nominates 1/6 member of the total. These are all comes under nominated members. These nominated members can join the political party after expiry of 6 months from the date which he elected. Otherwise, if a nominated member is disqualified under if he joins any political party before expiry of 6 months from the date on which he takes his seat. Otherwise, he couldn't join any party. If he join any party, it comes under defection. These are all the three categories grounds for defection. Okay, then who is the deciding authority for defection? The deciding authority, as it is a presiding officer of Lok Sabha means it's a speaker. If Rajya Sabha means it's a chairman. Okay. Initially, the decision was not subjected to judicial review, but after 1993, it comes under judicial review. Some more basic miscellaneous things. That is, presiding officer take the case only if he receives any complaint from a member of the house. Then only the presiding officer can able to take the defection case. Otherwise, he is not able to take any defection case. At the same time, the speaker need not take decision immediate. He can take some other 30 days time, and he can keep the after that he can decide. Before taking the final decision, the presiding officer must give a chance to the member. Again, complaint has been made. That is, the final decision of the presiding officer can be checked with other member and the complaint party. He may disqualify the person by breach of any law. Otherwise, maybe presiding officer should not take any action without getting any complaints. That is, he cannot take any action under the suo motu power. He can only get complaints, then only he can able to take action against the member of the parliament or member of the state legislature. These are the things we see in the anti-defection law. Thank you.